Hey Cloud Gamers, so today I'm looking at mobile gameplay on xCloud, Geforce Now and Stadia for Destiny 2. So you can see that Stadia has launched straight away with Geforce Now and xCloud stuck on the loading screens. This does seem quite consistent from Stadia across the board, that it is quite quicker than the startup. xCloud just seems to hang there quite a long time on this loading screen. Whereas Geforce Now still has this annoying way that it has to load into Steam to then launch Destiny 2, even though I selected Destiny 2 from the launch screen on Geforce Now. But even with the extra step for Geforce Now, it does gain a lot of ground on xCloud. As we can see that we were into Stadia there, to the character screen at 45 seconds. And Stadia to the director's screen at 12 seconds there, start loading onto Titan. Even the extra step for Geforce Now, you can see it starting to gain ground on xCloud and will most likely overtake it to the character screen. While Stadia is loading now into the game. So there we have it. Geforce Now is on the character screen at 123 and Stadia is through the director screen and onto Titan in around the same amount of time that it took for Geforce Now to load. xCloud is lagging behind there, slowest into the game at 129. They slightly faster than Stadia on director with only a 9-second load, with Geforce Now being much quicker from the character screen to director. But because of Stadia's much shorter startup time, we can see that it's loading through the other game screens quite far ahead of the others. So you can see here that it loaded Titan in 34 seconds, with Geforce Now only slightly behind at 35 seconds. And then a quick hop across Titan to the other save point for 13 seconds on Stadia, and then Geforce Now doing the same hop, and xCloud is only just loaded into Titan, 48 seconds, by far the slowest there for a full planet load. You can see Stadia is now loading over to Sanctuary. Geforce Now did the hop there in 14 seconds, so there's really not a lot in it between Stadia and Geforce Now on the quick hop. And Stadia is on to Sanctuary at 40 seconds. So 3 minutes for complete run for Stadia across loading the game from cold start, doing a couple of planet hops, and now start playing on the moon. So Geforce Now is now making its way over to the moon as well, and xCloud is only just starting that journey. Impressively, the xCloud hop was only 14 seconds, but I think it does suffer the most at the full planet loads. And you can see that Geforce Now is into Sanctuary at 39 seconds. So although Geforce Now does have that slower start, it does seem to do the rest of the loads quite well and on par with Stadia. And I think most of the time they are pretty neck and neck. I am doing a little bit of rounding here, so the likelihood is that Geforce Now is just slightly quicker, if not the same, at those loading times once in the game. It's just that startup that really does let it down, with xCloud lagging far behind here. I say it's lagging far behind. These times aren't the end of the world if you're using mobile, but if you do want the ultimate speed experience, then Stadia is there for the startup, and Geforce Now and Stadia are neck and neck for everything else. So there we have it. xCloud finally gets onto Sanctuary. It took nearly a minute to do the full planet load, and there we go, just a summary overall. You really see that Stadia and Geforce Now are very tight on those load times once in the game. It's just that load time that's a little bit slower, and xCloud is just slower on pretty much everything. So there you have it, the latest speed tests for Stadia, Geforce Now and xCloud on Destiny 2. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the latest from Cloud Gaming Extreme on all things cloud gaming.